And now tonight's very special last word, which will be a completely non-political word about Donald Trump. But first, just a tiny bit of context.
Look at all these people from the press, miserable people, but that's it. True.
He was talking about the reporters in the room with him, but he clearly means most of us who cover his campaign. He has gotten more specific about me. In a Washington Post video of people Donald Trump has attacked, here is my entry. And that's just for this campaign season. Over the years on Twitter, he has also called me, quote, the dumbest political commentator on television, which a week later he amped up to the dumbest man on TV. 4 years ago, when I was accurately predicting the exact day when Donald Trump would announce that he wasn't running for president against President Obama, he tweeted, "Lawrence will soon be off TV, bad ratings, he has a face made for radio." And a little more than 4 years ago, in what remains my personal favorite tweet, he tweeted, "I heard, because his show is unwatchable, that Lawrence has made many false statements last night about me. Maybe I should sue him." So, imagine my surprise when we discovered this envelope last night from himself. Trump says it right there, the Trump Organization. Imagine my surprise when I opened this hand-delivered envelope to discover not another threat to sue me, but a check from Donald Trump for the Kind Fund for $10,000 with a handwritten note on the check stub saying, "Lawrence, very good work on this. Best wishes, Donald." Now, I haven't talked to Donald Trump about this, so I'm just guessing that because the check is dated last Friday, that he probably wrote it the day after we had Victor Chinyama on the show talking about how he helped me deliver that first classroom of desks in Malawi 5 years ago, and how Victor helped create our partnership with UNICEF for kids in need of desks that has now delivered hundreds of thousands of desks to Malawi schools and has provided hundreds of scholarships for girls to attend high school in Malawi, where the high school graduation rate for girls is half the graduation rate for boys. The video that I bring back from Malawi showing you the barefoot kids sitting on those classroom floors and girls in high school talking about their hopes of becoming nurses and doctors and teachers and lawyers if we can just continue to help pay tuition. That video is very moving. And thousands of you have been moved to contribute because of those segments starring those kids. And I, for one, accept that Donald Trump's impulse to write this check came from the best place in his heart. But there are a couple of problems with this check that are all my fault. We always tell you that you can contribute online by going to lastworddesks.msnbc.com, or you can call UNICEF at 1-800-4UNICEF. But we've never told you how to contribute the old school way by writing a check. Here's how you do it. You make it out to U.S. Fund for UNICEF, and you mail it to U.S. Fund for UNICEF, Attention Revenue Processing, 125 Maiden Lane, floor 10, New York, New York, 10038. And in the memo line of your check, please indicate that it's for kind, and then also please indicate if it's to be used for desks or for girls' scholarships. Now, there was no way for Donald Trump to know any of that when he wrote this check. So he did his best. He sent it to me directly. If he had contributed online, I would have no way of knowing about that. I mean, it is possible that one of the other presidential candidates or their families have contributed online to UNICEF, and I have no way of knowing that. UNICEF has received over 100,000 contributions to Kind over the years, and I only know about the relatively few contributions that you tell me about on Twitter. So without having any instructions about how to send a check, Donald Trump, as makes perfect sense, made it payable to Kind instead of U.S. Fund for UNICEF. And so this check can't be accepted for that technical reason. It's actually made out to Kind instead of U.S. Fund for UNICEF. And I certainly can't accept a check like this from a presidential candidate to hand over to my favorite charity. And so I am sending this check back to Donald Trump, sending it back in this envelope with this thank you note. Dear Donald, thank you very much. I think I need the glasses for this one. Dear Donald, thank you very much for your generosity. Unfortunately, in our current positions, yours as a presidential candidate and mine as someone covering your campaign, I cannot accept or pass along a check from you for any purpose. I hope you will understand this predicament. And I hope that when your campaign is over or when your presidency is over, you will resend this check, because the need will still be there. Classrooms in Malawi will still need desks. Girls will still need financial help to go to high school. In the meantime, to assure the immediate fulfillment of your generous intent, I have written my own personal check for $10,000 to the U.S. Fund for UNICEF that I am sending to UNICEF in place of yours. Yours sincerely, Lawrence. Here is that check. This will be going to UNICEF. This is the one I'll be sending there. I'm going to write in the memo line, kind scholarships. And at least 56 girls are going to be able to go to high school because of this check. It could be more girls than that. It depends exactly on how much tuition is at each of the schools that they attend. At least 56 lives change because of this little piece of paper. Somewhere in those 56 is a nurse. Somewhere in those 56 is a teacher, maybe a doctor, maybe a lawyer, maybe a future president of Malawi. This is a check that I absolutely was not going to write today were it not for Donald Trump. I made a lot of personal contributions to Kind this season, but I was done for a while anyway. I'm going to write one more thing in the memo line of this check. In honor of Victor Chinyama.
Can tell you that a desk delivered at a school, that's Christmas for these kids. Christmas comes in December 25th and pretty much nothing happens in their lives. When a desk is delivered to them at a school, that is Christmas. You have made their day, you have made their year, you have made their lives.